there. So we just thought we'd do a wrap up to the Microsoft 365 Focus series. So in the series, we've examined a range of Microsoft 365 areas across security, collaboration, and automation. And I think the important thing to remember is most firms already have access to a lot of the features and tools that we've looked at. But the one important thing around Microsoft 365 is whilst it's great to utilize this technology and give the staff and fee earners access to it, it's really important to think about a governance framework that goes around Microsoft 365. With Microsoft 365, you'll have access to a lot of new capabilities. A really good example is around external collaboration. Now, in this highly regulated sector that we work in, we have to think about the best way to create a secure and safe environment when using this new kind of technology. So, for example, if your firms are really keen to use Microsoft Teams to collaborate with clients or other third parties, how are we going to make sure, for example, that only the right people have access to the Teams environment? How are we going to make sure the legal advice is provided in the right way and not just directly through a message in Microsoft Teams? And if we are working with clients in Microsoft 365, how do we ensure that any documents ultimately end up where they need to be, for example, in the document management system, in the DMS? So what we would recommend is, yes, do take advantage of this great technology. We're more than happy to have a conversation with you around that, but also think about how it will be deployed and adopted. One of the challenges I often see in law firms is that when they implement Microsoft 365, so for example, put in Microsoft Teams, quite often the Microsoft 365 technology is competing with products that are already in place. File sharing is a really good example of where law firms may have a multitude of tools already available to the fee earners. Some of those tools may be products that they've already implemented themselves. Some may be products clients or other law firms have mandated are used on a particular or specific case. So it's a really good idea to have a think about in day-to-day terms how the tools will be adopted, deployed and operated. You may even want to consider something like a collaboration policy which mandates which collaboration tools are used in what situations. This could include when it's suitable to use OneDrive and SharePoint, or when they might want to consider another tool such as HiQ, Drooms, or some other kind of data sharing technology. I hope you've enjoyed the video series. We'll be doing more deep dives in the future around Microsoft 365. If you do have any questions about Microsoft 365, maybe you're thinking of deploying the product, or maybe you've already deployed it and just have some questions, feel free to get in touch with me, Nigel at baskervilledrummond.com. But thanks very much for your time.